white whale that you found?
Nope, not until every door is closed.
We got 2 more coming.
How long are they going to take to get here?
Also, hey William, how you doing?
No, I mean
Hey.
like they're walking up the stairs.
Yeah, I'd love to find some time to hang out.
Elias, have I ever told you how great you look using that sword? Oh, this is a
Let me inspect it.
pre-meeting reminder of our wedding is Tuesday. Please come to
A little
it.
drab, but I can see what.
I
but
would
he's
miss
rocking
it
it pretty
for
well.
the world, my dearest.
Everyone, and I mean everyone, is invited.
Hello.
Alright, when
Hey,
you
guess what?
close those doors,
Hey,
I will begin to speak.
Enter.
Mr. Aurelius, close those doors.
I will be guarding.
Alright,
it.
everybody, please listen. I have things to say to you, things that are important. I won't waste too much of your time.
Electra, stand in the middle.
Oh, right. Let me do that.
That's what it's there for.
Alright, I need to stand in the middle.
Design flaw, but like whatever.
It's a design plus.
Alright, whatever. I'll just stand over here. Listen to me right now, because I'm about to say something very important. I had a vision. One of those visions that details the Elder's plans and such things, right? I had a new one.
Yeah.
I asked
Oh.
the matron to duel me, and I lost, and I died, and she ripped my throat. Had a vision about what? Ask me. About how to defeat the Elder himself.
What? Okay.
Alright, now do I have your attention? Because this is
You have
very
my
fucking
attention.
important. We need the plain walking tomes. What are they called? The realms walking tomes. Those ones.
I have some. And
You need them.
Behold.
Okay.
The originals or
The originals.
Oh, I have the copies
Oh.
totally. Let me.
I believe I know where two of them are.
So I'm sure you've heard the concept of the expanse by now. Do you understand what that is? Does anyone not understand what that is?
Re-explain it for those who don't.
I'm gonna
The
check
expanse
doors real quick.
is the Elder. The Elder collapsed into every version of himself, a united consciousness, so to speak, that glimmers
Wait, are you
like
saying
a
that-
star in the night
Are you
sky.
saying that every version of him collapsed into a singular entity?
Yes.
Correct.
Correct.
What the fuck?
He has all the knowledge of every single reality he's ever. And this is what gives him his his godlike power.
Omnipotence?
Omnipotence, yes.
This way.
His ability to do things that isn't otherwise normal for other vampires. Now, these books,
Oh,
Color me apathetic.
someone knows where they are. I don't know who, but I was told that their location is known. There's just one problem.
Cast your gaze.
They're not just hidden away, they're locked away with a magical artifact from none other
I
than
have
your
no
favorite
strong feelings
matron.
one way or
This
the
thing that has locked them away, let's call it a key, the key, a chalice, is an artifact of great power that was used in a
other. I
pact
have
with the
no strong
Elder
feelings one way or the
to
other.
lock away the tomes so that they would be safe away from us. Because if we have these tomes and we use them specifically to open a rift in the ley lines themselves, we can enter the expanse, destroy it from within. This will defeat the Elder. This will collapse him. It will destroy him. And it will be over.
And that
Now-
will break the final seal.
Yes. Precisely, Death. Now, I want to tell you a little bit about his plan before we move on. I've understood it in its entirety.
Apathetic.
There's someone at the door. What is it, Sword?
How would we go about destroying an
Hold that
entire
thought.
plane?
By destroying the Elder. His plan won't come to fruition if he is defeated. Simple
But
as
if he's
that.
but if he himself is the Expanse, which is from what I have deduced is an entire plane in itself. How do we go about destroying it?
Stairs to the left.
Well,
We
there,
open a
Keep following
rift
them up to
into
the
the
roof.
plane.
there's got to be something that holds it all together, and we just have to destroy that something. It's probably a physical form containing within it all
Or-
power and all knowledge of the Elder.
Or a magical
Okay.
manifestation.
Yeah, or a magical manifestation, like an avatar of the Elder.
Or maybe like a brain, something like that.
Yeah, like a mother brain.
Exactly.
From what I understand from my
I
vision,
am
it is something
indifferent.
literally like such. It is his mind that we need to destroy.
Doors opening. Get your asses in quick. Do not walk.
You're late.
This way.
Anyways, I will continue.
Go ahead now.
The Elder's plan in its entirety is to make us all perfect beings while sacrificing himself to do so.
One way or the other.
We will have no individuality. It would be stripped from us. We will be able to be capable of all
You
the
win.
things and all the research and whatever we want. But death, I don't appreciate.
Electra, the tables!
Yes, I can.
I know they
she
weren't
knows
the
about the
best of
tables.
tables, but
The undead
Electra's
displays,
durable.
can you start with the plan from the beginning, please?
Every vampire would be remade. Every single one of us
Cast your
in this
gaze.
realm would be remade to fit the Elder's, how would I put it?
Color me apathetic.
Ideals, right? He would unmake everything and remake it. Except, there's one
Cast
problem.
Your gaze.
He doesn't actually have the power to do this. He's gonna fuck everything by unmaking us. He's not gonna be able to remake it because he's unmaking reality itself.
You said he's gonna get rid of individuality?
Yes, he's gonna strip us of it. But that's not even the
I
point.
have no strong
Because he's
feelings
gonna-
one way or the other.
Unmake everything and destroy it in the process, which makes it a moot point.
Well, it does kind of make a point, though.
Oh, tell me, Gil.
Without individuality, it removes the entire importance of what existence is.
True. That is a good point. And I questioned him about this because, oh, I forgot to mention, I met him. Well, I mentioned it on the way.
I
Oh,
am
so did I.
Indifferent.
But I met him in a different way than you did,
This
Belle. He
way.
did not appear before me. I appeared before him. In his expanse, in his realm.
I'll stand for chair magic.
So when I went there, I was very confused because I was standing in my garden talking to my boyfriend when it happened. And I sort of just disappeared out of existence. My soul wasn't even traceable, from what I understand from death. But it makes sense when you understand that I was probably in
I
an
have no
entirely different
strong
realm,
feelings one way or the other.
made by the Elder
You-
himself.
If you went to the Expanse, you were in the lay. We can see quite far with our mark, but we can't see into the lay.
Precisely.
This way.
Yes.
So I was there.
I'll explain what I sensed since I was the Reaper who was looking for her. A
Please do.
Reaper, for those who do not know us, those of us under the fourth seal who receive the Reaper's eye, the third eye upon our forehead. This marking allows us to locate a soul. It also allows us to occasionally see to where the soul is gone. When I looked for Electra's in Echo's temple, it was as though I was trying to look for something that never was. Which is a feeling I have felt before. In almost like an attempt to change reality. Then I felt something in the ley lines, and then the sensation to the west pulled me towards Electra. where there she was at the way
victory
gates.
is
So she
yours.
did emerge from the way gates. But wherever she was, if it was part of the lay, I would have been able to find it.
Okay, so
So
let
it
me
doesn't
expand.
unmake itself like that.
Right. Let me expand. Sure, Sword. Speak.
I apologize for interrupting the talking and all, but I find it more than a little odd regarding. Well, if the elder, so does the elder know that he'll be incapable of doing this, incapable of unmaking and
No.
then remaking everyone?
I was about to come to that, and let me explain.
Yes.
Soren, sit down.
It's okay. I know it's something good to bring up because this is something the elder and I actually talked about. So, when I disappeared, for lack of a better term, I ended up in this expanse. It looked like a library that just went on forever. It was just filled with knowledge to the brim. Shelves upon rows upon shelves, and forever. And I went up some stairs, and there, sitting at a desk, was the elder himself. So I walked up to him, I said hello.
The victory is yours.
I was kind of confused as to where I was, but I quickly realized this is what meant. So we talked about a number of things, and I tried to reason with him, as he was explaining, you know, the things that I'd seen in my vision, and no, I did not tell him about how there's a weakness in his vision. I don't know if he would believe me, even if I had told him. But we talked about many things about how his plan would work, and he said we should be grateful. We should be just relaxed and stop trying to fight the things that we're fighting, and all of these things, Sarat, sorry, no offense, and all of those little distractions, those are just for us to have fun with, essentially. We're just messing around while the elder is working on his vision. And I asked him about, you know, well, wouldn't, you know, stripping our individuality away, wouldn't that be bad? And he said no. I asked him, you know, well, what if it goes wrong? And he assured me that he was certain. I asked for evidence, and he assured me that I wouldn't understand, I didn't need it. But according to my vision, his plan is flawed. He won't accept it. He won't see any other way. His will is all focused into one point, and there is no driving him off of it. He's going to do this unless we stop him. Soren. Oh, Soren and then Bell.
Soren can go first.
So, the plan.
I mean,
from what so to summarize, we're looking for Realm Walker. So the Elder's plan is to essentially perfect us and strip away our individuality by remaking all the world, right?
Except it won't work because he will destroy us instead.
Exactly. And the only way to stop him is by entering the Expanse, destroying whatever's in there. But we require keys.
From what I understand. And yes, we will require keys, which are the tomes. But to get to the tomes, we need the chalice.
So, are these different tomes than the last age? Oh, my apologies, I forgot to raise my hand.
No,
These are the same ones.
They are the same. You are correct, Nora. Nizari.
When you talked with them, I mean, like, you've been around enough incredibly empowered beings to know what they feel like. You were in his home realm.
Yes.
What did it feel like? Like, can you power scale this compared to the other things we faced?
His power, from what I understand, and I asked him about this, is not without limitation. He cannot recreate reality, and that is his main failing. He can't recreate this realm the way he wants to. He cannot mess with other reality. He can't
I have
bend
no strong
the
feelings
fabric of
one
reality
way or the
itself. He
other.
can only do so much. Influence the things around us. But
Is he weaker than or stronger than Surat?
he is, I believe, stronger than Surat, if not at the same level.
Stronger.
Stronger. From what I understand, his power comes from an eldritch being, much like Surat. Take that as you will. I don't know.
Could it be a certain man in yellow?
Could be. But I don't know. Can't answer that question. I never found out.
Follow-up question.
Yes.
Just for clarification, the matron has this chalice, which is going to open up all the books.
Yes.
And that chalice was part of their agreement and pact with the Elder.
Yes, to protect the books. She...
This-
Go ahead, Death.
This reminds me of something that the Venator managed to give away when I spoke with him with Kale. He referred to the matron as the necessity. And he had a very wolfish grin when I suggested the theory that the matron was using their magic to potentially guard something for the matron. She is a very key part, then.
Yes. And I
We
will
have
tell
to go
you
through her.
that this pact with the matron was meant to be kept a secret. This I know from the vision. We weren't supposed to know about this one.
So, the matron is protecting the chalice for the Elder to keep us from getting to the Elder.
In exchange for her beloved, or the entity that is trapped within stone within her keep. Whatever it is to her. She
I
wants
believe. Excuse me, I believe Fleur was raising her hand.
Oh, my apologies.
My line of questioning is done.
What would you like to ask? Or say?
Do we have any theories about where the visions are coming from?
I did ask why we were having these visions, and the Elder didn't even seem sure, because I wasn't supposed to be in the Expanse. He said that to me himself.
Was he surprised that you were having visions?
Yes, he was surprised that I was there, that I was having visions, that he had heard about them, but
Color
didn't
me apathetic.
understand what was happening himself.
Why are you so sure these visions are true?
To be honest, I didn't. I didn't think they were completely true. I just thought maybe it was the Elder playing with us. Maybe it was some other entity, maybe like Surat, trying to influence us. But from the way the Elder was surprised, I'm starting to think that they are true. Because what else could they be except the truth?
I see. We'll have to I suppose, track down the chalice then. If one part of the visions is true, maybe the rest of it is.
How would we even begin to get it? We would need
Most likely we'll have to try to help get that man or whoever it is out of the statue for the matron.
We need to work with the matron in one way or the other. Or simply take it from her. But I'd hope that isn't the first option.
And
I'm not saying take on the matron, I'm saying if we help her out with the reason why she made a bargain, then perhaps she'll be willing to give us this chalice.
Ideally.
Echo, I know you originally came here because you wanted to say something. Yes.
Much of the information that I have is actually less detailed versions of the information that Electra possesses. So it seems as if you know about much as what I do. The only bit that I can contribute truly is that the Elder is aware that you are receiving these visions and is also, as you say, curious as to how you're getting them. He wants to prevent you from arriving at the tomes at all costs. And to that end, I will tell you if I find out where they are. But I don't have any ideas currently. I'm more in the dark than you, it seems.
Aye. And I just want to point out that our meeting, my meeting with the Elder ended as soon as I brought up the tome. And it wasn't in an unsubtle way like you would expect. I actually asked about what had happened since our meeting with the realms walking things, where we went to the void and all of that in the last day. I then, alluded to the books. Oh, what happened to the books?
I am indifferent.
And that is immediately where he cut me off. I didn't ask anything more. He said, get out, and I did. Sorry.
How exactly are these meetings brought about?
How do you
These
meet
visions?
the Elder?
How do they happen?
Oh, this I can explain.
Death.
So I've had a running theory, and thank you, Norm, about how it happens. And I've been killed many times because I'm who I am, and I run headfirst into danger. So, do you wish to say something? Yes. Very good. An idiot. But because I'm an idiot, I've been killed by many of the entities working for the Elder. And I've been killed several times by, I think once Ruthven, twice, Center Unit, and then now once the Matron. Bringing me to 4 Vision. And, any time I've been killed by one of these entities, it has been the same thing, a vision. Just like that.
So, Electra, you have a very unique set of skills.
Yes.
That make you great at getting this information.
Yes, I do.
Because you always say that you just bug people and bug people and bug people until they tell you what you want.
Basically, yes.
Are you picking up what I'm putting down, Electra?
Yes, I am.
There is not a better person who could have had that
You
conversation
are
with the Elder.
perfectly suited to continually get your throat ripped and continually bug the Elder till they tell us what we want to know.
That is a plan? I'm not sure it's a good one, but it is a plan.
Listen, I didn't say it was a good plan, but if that's what we want to go with, Electra's the perfect kindred for this.
Now,
I have received the 3rd vision.
I have only
And I was planning to assault Ruthven and get him to kill me, or if I was destroyed by Venator while within Mortium, that would have worked as well.
you might also get a meeting with the Elder, but we'll see.
I'm
Nora,
tempted.
I
but
don't know if your new form can take that much
That's
punishment.
why I'm hesitant.
Gotcha.
Entities tied to the Elder.
I know some have gotten the vision from Malcolm, Alara, the Venator.
Or Thorat. Is that better, Andrea?
The one thing I know is this. Our time is running short. And I could feel it while I was within his realm. And not only is it running short for all of us, it's running short for me. So I have to be careful.
Yes, I was about to say, this would have been your 4th throat rip at the hands of those connected to the Elder. We already know what happens. I assume everyone in this room knows what happens if they are throat ripped for the final time by Ruthven, yes? If they have one of his marks. We don't know
They
what
become
happens.
an honored.
We don't know what happens if, say, you get your throat ripped for the 5th time, Electra. Do you just become part of the Elder's expanse?
I I don't know.
Is that a risk you're willing to take?
If it means bartering, maybe so.
Very well.
As much as I've not gotten along with all of you,
I've
A lot
always
of you-
loved you, Electra.
I live
We stand together or not at all, right?
Yes.
right.
You should let my mother.
We stand and fight together, or we die separated and alone.
As much as I've not gotten along, I care about all you damn vampires. You're wonderful in your own unique ways, even if we don't see eye to eye.
Yes. Well, I won't be vampire for long, but it's appreciated.
And we love you, Fish. We love you so much.
Fish pie.
Thank you.
You're the best fish in all the
if I die.
rivers of Arthur.
The victory.
Don't tell Rory that.
Everybody lick
Actually,
Electra's
wait,
hair,
Rory's also-
even if you are not in an animal form.
One of the best.
Don't fucking lick me.
I don't know, maybe pour a bit of salt on them.
We are in South Gloomrot. You think anything matters about hygienics right now?
You're all wonderful.
Minus our bathroom.
And
I
I
can
wouldn't
feel my lungs.
I wouldn't want to see you destroyed.
Peace. Any second that passes.
So yes, I am willing to take that risk.
Do not take any risks that you don't need to take. It's simple.
Well, it's worthwhile to understand that this is a risk that's on the table for everyone who has been receiving these visions, regardless of whether they intend to get their throat ripped or not. There are people out there who don't know this information, and they very well may be at the same risk that Electra will be, should she get her throat ripped.
Yep.
And we don't know if that's the final time.
It's time for the most important Waygate posting of all of Vardoran.
If I do disappear,
Electra was right? Is that the most important one?
Yeah.
I was gonna say more along the lines of what Death was talking about, but Electra was right as included in that.
I think starting the Waygate with Electra was right to get the most attention would be amazing.
And you do it in very large, bold writing.
Taylor, what are you trying to say?
Electra was right. Attention, Vardaran.
Bold, fully catalyzed, written
Wait.
large.
I would like to also talk about
You were saying, Gillard?
Sarah.
Okay.
Sarah situation.
well, I can sit down for this one because I'm not the foremost expert on.
Alright, just to be clear, I played a game with Sarot today as a bargain. One of the terms of the bargain was to, pay off all the debts of those who owe Sarot, at least the ones of the new Marked Inquire. So right now, I won the game. No debts. But I'm not going to wax poetic about how many stories there are about gods coming to the realm. Almost, pretty much all of them are bad. Zeus is a great example. But since the debts are erased, it doesn't prevent anything from a ritual happening. I don't know the plan. And most of all, are you alright with me talking about it, Echo?
Yes.
I yield.
We want to help Echo gain a body. Many of us. And Echo's soul is in my paws. I've bargained for that. But it cannot happen so easily.
more complex than getting Sue a body, huh?
Well, Echo, can you kind of explain the details? I'm not very magical.
As far as I understand it, my body will come as a raw soul whenever Sarat is summoned. If it is collected at that time, which it seems as if it will be routed to Keller, then I suppose it will be able to be put wherever you see fit. A suitable host that I should be able to resonate with and perhaps inhabit. But it is not a requirement.
It's a requirement for me. I never ask for any favors. Is this one, please?
I can speak on the ritual and how it is going to occur as... Oh boy, I was not expecting to be doing this cycle. Okay. Hi, Andrea.
I believe Andrea wants to say something.
Yeah. Here, Andrea, you say they'll stay up there. Andrea, you say your thing first.
Yes, go ahead.
How did you come about the information that there may not be enough energy?
I will say, I did ask once if Sorot were to come to this plane as us, mortals. Well, I think you remember the answer better than me.
As I am or not at all. I know.
As I am and not at all. Seems to corroborate what Andrea is saying.
So I have a quick question about the ritual. So, instead of us being the choir, being the sacrifices, because we have pieces that we've captured from the rituals, the light weavers, paladin stuff like that. Is there a way that we could possibly modify the ritual to sacrifice those instead? Should it fail? Because the reason I ask is because, if I remember correctly, the pieces that are captured are old choir members. So.
Yes. You mentioned there not being enough energy in this plane, this realm, for it to succeed. Why not utilize the apocalyptic amounts of Stygia pouring forth from Mortium as a substitution?
Well, I have a question then.
Yes. So, I mostly wanted to speak on the idea of not enough energy within the plane, and I believe that at this juncture that could be doubly true as it has been in the past because of the situation with the ley lines. I'm not certain how much common knowledge this is, but during the shift, the ley lines were severed from the font of creation, essentially cutting us off from the regular sources that would ensure that the ley was continually refilled. Even though it could be taxed, it wouldn't be empty. Well, that's no longer the case because of that severing. So, if this ritual would fail under normal circumstances with a plane that is healthy, our plane is currently wounded. And on far limited supply of energy compared to, well, like I said, a healthy plane.
Geller, are you amongst the living?
Oh, yes, sorry. I guess the big question that I want to ask everyone here. Would we want to bring Sorot into this realm? And my other question would be, put him in a dog. I think it's a good idea, but it's not a question, I guess.
Honestly, that's a smart idea.
Dog rat.
Say a wolf?
Dog rat.
I would actually, I have information I'd like to read everyone before we address the question of whether or not to bring Surratt in the realm, but I do want to hear what Bell has to say before I start reading what I know.
Okay. Love, would you take the floor?
Oh boy, okay. Okay. Shit. A little bit of context, I guess. A step turn or two, or at this point, I don't know how long ago, I took Surat's advice and opened a portal and just walked into the void, and Rallius, my dumbass of a soon-to-be husband, went in there with me. We went straight to the harbor of Carcosa, and I attempted to speak to Surratt directly. Notice how I'm still standing. I didn't immediately die.
That's great news, Vel. Good job.
The
Now, what do you have to share with us?
conversation, yes, the conversation went
I'm going to go
well.
check the door. I will be back.
Conversation went quite well. And we talked about the ritual, what it entails, and the cost. And, well, I know how the ritual's going to go. We're just going to need help doing it. As for the cost, in Surratt's own words, get creative. We can make the cost prisoners instead of us, as long as the basics of the ritual are done in some capacity, which is doors opened, it started, we defend ourselves, Because the summoning, as I said to a few, is going to take time because of what the nature of what's being summoned. The last part of the conversation with them that I have yet to remember is if they are amenable to coming in a different form as well. Yes, currently intended. And Sriracha is coming around to something different. Slowly. Not necessarily mind-shattering eldritch monstrosity, powerful enough to be able to complete their work.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but there's an incursion going on outside Whisters. They're going after the primal shards.
Electra, I will get back with you later.
Yes, keep having your conversation. We're gonna take care of it.
There's also the fact that, well, in order to make Echo whole, we have to at least find a way to make Surratt whole, too.
Do you have Rogue? No, do you have Scholar? Do you need Rogue?
I have one bottle of Scholar.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, hi! Oh, shit. How's it going? We're just dying a whole lot.
We're here! Oh, fuck!
Well, that hurts.
That's not great.
Let me bring you into Sigil.
It's gonna hurt.
I'll be.
I'm ready for it.
I need your name.
This name.
I don't like necromancy, but it's gonna be very helpful right now.